Optional content inside of the ValuSource 9 report writer. Optional content is a paragraph or a group of paragraphs that either gets pulled into a new report or does not get pulled into a new report. We use something called a content control. Contrast that with a content box or a context block, but it is a content control. Underneath all of this, you go to the developer tab inside of Word, you go to the design mode. I can click on here, I can hit delete, and it will delete out that entire content control piece. In order to install this, you can tell that I have this paragraph here called subsequent events, and there's nothing special about it at this point. So I'm going to use my window to get over to the spreadsheet. Inside of the spreadsheet, there is a Boolean condition. It just evaluates an equation and returns true or false. So in this case here, I'm asking if the cell is a 1 or not. If it is a 1, that will show up as true. If the answer is true and I've linked that optional content to this cell, it will show up in a new report. If I press no and put a 2 on here, then when I build that content control, it will not come forward in the past. So in this case here, I'm going to change it to 1 so that it's true. I click on that link. I come up here and I copy my link. It goes to the green check mark. I go over to my document. I'm going to highlight the paragraphs that I want included in that control. And then I'm going to come up here and press paste. And it's going to say, what do you want to paste? I'm going to call it optional content. Right now, there's no name for that, but if I right-click in here and I go to Properties, I can put in the name that I want to name the content control. This here is the sheet and the place where that comes from, and here's a box that goes around it. If I want to change the colors, obviously I can use Word to do that as well. And so now I have a content control. I can click out of the design mode. And in this case here, if I hit save, I'm going to close this document. And I'm going to start a new report. I'm going to use the template I was just looking at. And when I press save, it will go out and it will generate that particular content control. And so if you come over here, you can see subsequent events is inside of here. I'm going to close this particular document. I'm going to change this to a false statement. And then when I go to generate a new report, file new report, I can also click on the icon here. I will use the template. I'm going to overwrite my report here. You can obviously create report 2. And in this case here, it will not bring forward that particular link, or it's not supposed to bring forward that particular link. And when we come over here to introduction, you can tell that the subsequent events is no longer inside of here.